Good evening, good evening, good evening. You're here with Instant Fund and Trading, and we are here to interview Rosaki today. Good evening, Rosaki. How you doing today, bro?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling good. How you feeling?
Good, good, good. Feeling good as well, man. Excited to have you here, get to know you a little better. First and foremost, congratulations, man. We're gonna get to know you a little bit better, but I know it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
So congratulations. You're here. I don't know if this is your first interview or not, but either way, something definitely something to be super proud of you, man, and we're proud of you.
Amen to
So
that.
tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your name, how you got into trading, and let us get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, man. I'm from the U.S. Got into trading in about 2019. Learned about it from some folks who are in network marketing. I actually heard about it in 2016, but I didn't jump on. I didn't get on. In 2019, I met some folks, took some courses, invested in my own education, and start trading full time. And trading for me has been a blessing. I also help a lot of other folks around the world really understand how to trade and how to actually implement certain strategies. So yeah, it's cool.
Okay, okay. So you 2016, you hear about trading.
Yeah.
You don't jump into it till 2019.
hmm
So 2016, what makes you not get into it immediately?
For me, I was going on the traditional like build a business route, not really
Right.
understanding that I can actually leverage the markets and take financial freedom and financial education like the most serious you could actually do it without learning this skill. And also there was this aura around it. I think it was just the way I was introduced to the process. It was introduced to me in the network marketing form. Nothing wrong with network marketing. I love network marketing. I've gotten some great education from network marketing, but that's not what trading is all about. And that's what
Right.
trading was about in 2016 in America. You were joining a company, you were recruiting your friends, and you were making fast money, that glorified money. And I didn't really want to be a part of anything like that. Yeah, at that time, at least.
Right. So 2019 now.
hmm
How do you finally decide, all right, let's take a chance. Let's do this. Let's see what we could do.
One of my buddies, he actually called me to make some sales funnels for him, for his network marketing team. And he was in a network marketing company that was offering Forex services, Forex education, and signals, things of that nature. So at that time, he said, hey, can you do these sales funnels? We did them. He got recruits. I also referred some of my buddies to go over there and learn Forex, and they never learned Forex. All they learned was how to recruit people. And some of
Right.
my friends, they're coming up to me and they're saying, "Hey, you told me we were going to learn about how to trade." And I really made a decision at that point that, hey, this does make sense. Why don't I just actually learn this process so that I can help the folks that are closest to me who want to learn how to actually do the skill for themselves? So there doesn't have to be any network marketing involved. There doesn't have to be any recruiting or selling. You can literally just get down to that skill set, which is typically your own psychological makeup, and actually execute this type of lifestyle if you want it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So at this point, your friends come back to you.
Yeah.
We're not learning nothing. We're taking signals. You don't know anything about trading yet.
No, no, not really.
Okay.
No, no. I
Okay.
remember the dudes who were around. I was looking at their charts, their technical analysis, and I just didn't understand. It was really
Right.
foreign for me. Yeah, for sure.
Right. 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 So any type of finance background, parents, grandparents,
Nah,
anything
bro.
like that?
Nah, I grew up in a foster home, so no background in finance, none of
Right.
that. Like, I wasn't like I'm not a street dude or nothing like that, but
Right.
I still didn't have the easiest of upbringing, and just kind of I've never had a job or anything like that either. Like I've been an entrepreneur ever since I was
Right.
19 years old. But
Right.
yeah, man, I move with it. It's about personal development and personal growth.
Right.
Grow yourself.
Right.
So yeah,
So 2019, Rosaki,
yeah,
we're not learning nothing, bro.
yeah,
You lied to us.
yeah,
So what do you tell your friends? I'm gonna learn this and I'm gonna teach you guys.
yeah, exactly.
What's the next step?
Yeah, we're gonna do this together. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna lead
Okay.
you. Because they wanted to learn. I wanted to learn
Right.
too. I was seeing folks. I saw folks really transform their lives, and I was like, okay, okay, okay.
Right.
I was on the sideline for 3 years, and I saw folks go from zero to whatever hero is for them. And I was like, okay,
Right. Right.
this is real. Me being a consultant, I can literally spend that same amount of energy learning the financial markets. And this will not only help me make money, but this is going to help me actually position my business in the future. So when you're talking about getting investors, when you talk about really running corporations, if you have this type of skill set, it's going to be easy to actually maneuver yourself through. I think it's a better skill set than even networking itself, because
Right.
networking, yeah, absolutely, your network is your net worth. That makes sense to me. But if you if you really understand the markets, there's not anybody. If they understand that you understand,
Yeah.
they are not going to want to not be in your network. They want to be in your
Right.
network. So yeah,
Right. Okay. So we take the leap. We
yeah.
start learning the markets. We're demo trading. You're live trading. You fund up an account. How do you go about this now?
So I demo traded for 18 months. See, that was one of the biggest keys too. One of my original mentors, he looked at me and said, "Look, if you want to become a 7-figure trader in this business, do not focus on the money for at least 18 months. Continue doing what you're doing, but learn." So I just learned. I learn, demo. I still trade demo accounts consistently now because you have to be in practice mode at all times.
Right.
Yeah. So went 18 months, really, really studying the craft, learning from different folks, paying for the education, really investing into my own education. Yes.
So 18 months. That's what? That's all of 2019. That's what? Half of 2020.
Exactly.
So, all right. Now you're in the mirror. You're talking to yourself. Are you profitable trading demo
Oh yeah.
at this point?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. 100%.
Okay.
But it wasn't,
So now,
yeah, go ahead.
yep. Go ahead.
No, but it wasn't real. So, your feelings
Right.
towards those
Right.
trades, it's different. No matter if it's $5 in an account to demo,
Right.
that $5 is going to feel different for sure.
Okay. So now it's time to get serious.
Yeah.
Rosaki, you're in the mirror. You're psyching yourself up. We could do this. How much are we funding up?
I funded $3,000.
Okay. First account.
Yeah, first account. I heard about prop firms at that time, but it was only one real big prop firm at that time. We're going to say no names or anything like that, but there was kind of just
Right.
one at that time. And 99.9% of the folks did not pass that. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to go this route. It was really funded accounts at that time. Yeah.
Right. Right. So 3K.
Yeah.
How does this go? How does this 3K go?
So my first,
You build it.
Yeah.
You blow it. How does the first investment into yourself, all in? How does this go?
so my first week, I ended up turning that 3K to about 20K. Okay. We
Wow.
did that.
Okay.
We turned that to about 20K. And then next week, I was so ahead of myself that I didn't really understand like how to leverage myself back in. I was still on that same high that I had from the previous week. And
Right.
I went into drawdown. And then it stayed there for about 3 days. I called a buddy who was a better trader than me at that time. And he says, just hold it until next Tuesday and you'll be good. You'll be in profit. Just hold it. Don't even think about it. And about time Thursday came around, I was already panicking because I was way off. I was way off, dude. So I went back.
So 3K.
Yeah.
You're 20K in profit.
Yeah.
This 20K account now.
Mm-hmm.
It's in drawdown. How much drawdown are you in?
Yeah, I busted the account. I busted the account. They stopped me out somewhere
So
around
all of
$800. Yeah, they stopped me out like $800.
All 20K.
Yeah, something like $800. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All 20K gone. 3K. What are you feeling at this point?
Yeah.
Is it you? Is it the market? Is it I made these mistakes? I don't know what I'm doing? What's going through your head now?
I don't know, because I wasn't really feeling anything at that moment. I just
Okay.
decided, like, okay, I'm not gonna focus on this. This is not for me. That's what I actually felt. So
Okay.
if you want to know,
Okay.
that's what I felt, and I stopped trading for another 6 months. I was like, this is
Okay.
not for me. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Right. Okay. So 6 months now.
Yeah.
Um, where are your friends in this process that decided to trust you?
Those folks decided, hey, they're going to continue their life, because you have to also be willing to practice for 18 months. You got to be willing to
Okay.
follow that same blueprint. And a lot of folks want instant success. We'll come up and we'll say, hey, look, I'm willing to do the work until I tell you what the work is. And now
Right.
okay, no, I thought we were going to make 100,000 next month. What are you talking about? No,
So
yeah.
in these 18 months,
Mhm.
they didn't demo trade with you then. They
No,
fell out.
no, because I went down a path where I spent about $25,000 into my own education.
Wow.
So, not everybody is ready for that. Even if they had
Right.
the finance for that, they may not even still have the mindset on investing that amount
Right.
of money so that you can see a future return. Yeah.
Right. Right. So you started to learn for them almost.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
And in the process, hey, I'm doing this for you guys. They don't follow through. You end up by yourself.
Yeah.
3K to 20K in a week.
Yeah.
Blown the week after.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
6 month break.
Don't even look at the charts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
How do we come back?
My girl, she was telling me, hey, the skill.
Did before you answer the question,
Mhm.
did you miss the charts and trading in those 6 months?
Yeah, I did. I stayed up to like what was happening in the gold market at this moment, at that time. That's when I really made the decision to trade one pair after I saw what I did while adding so many different pairs. I decided to trade one pair, but I didn't follow through with it for those 6 months. I was looking, but I was like, hey, I'm not going to do this. But I came back to the charts. Yeah, it's been great ever since then. Yeah,
So 6 month break.
yeah.
What makes you come back?
Wanting to trade, just wanting to change my life, and I built a business with some folks, and I had thousands of students in my group from all over the world. They call my phone 24/7. Everything that I was doing in that company just wasn't enough for that certain group. And I went through some traumas in business. And I was sitting there with a business partner. I had my wife there, and we're just sitting there like, what's next? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, and I was like, wow, you know what? I can do this. I can trade. Like, I know how to actually do this because I've simplified
Right.
this process. It's just really now going all in. You got to go all in. You
Right.
decide that you can trust it. Trust yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we fund up again after 6 months.
Yeah, so we fund up again after 6 months. And I also did prop firms as well that crash and burn through the process.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So are you just prop firm now, instant funding, or do you trade personal capital as well?
No, we trade personal capital. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. So you find instant funding.
Mm-hmm.
When you find instant funding, are you now a profitable trader?
Yes.
Okay. So no worries, no concerns coming into instant funding.
No,
You 100% confidence in yourself.
100%.
Okay. Okay. So take us to your dashboard.
Yep.
We're gonna see a little bit of how you trade, couple trades you took, and while we're there, we're just take us a little bit through your charts. So a setup you take or something like that, just so we can have a perspective on how you approach the markets.
So you see this account here. This is 69% on this account. While I trade the account, I just came here for fun. I I never really got close to drawdowns until the end of this account, like when I left it. But yeah, it's been a great ride. It's been a great process.
Yeah,
Yep. Let's see
man,
here. Bro.
that's a story.
No, it is. Where's the withdrawals? I don't even know where to go to the withdrawals.
It should be on your left hand side. One of those.
Accounts.
Go lower. I think it's one of the bottom ones.
What's this one? Oh, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yep.
So from this account, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 withdrawals from this account. So,
Yeah.
you
So
know,
we're profitable now. We got the ball rolling.
yeah, 100%.
So you come back after those 6 months, you fund up, no more mistakes, you're instantly profitable, no more blown accounts. How does the return of Rosaki to the markets go?
Yeah, man. I just locked in, dude. I just locked in to who I am and locked into the psychological success you need to have on a daily basis to be able to master and manage your emotions during this process. See,
Right,
it's really not about how much money you can make with trading. There's so many levels to it. You can make 10,000, you can make 100,000. My personal best that I've actually touched in my hand from trading is 350,000 in 1 year. So that's not that's not the smallest thing in the world. A lot of people can use that in their
right,
lives. So
right,
you can go to different levels. You just have to really decide who you want to become in that process. And that's where what
right,
I've really focused on is who I've become, because this skill set has now elevated me past being even a trader and being somebody who is sitting down and still showing a skill for one thing throughout that day. Now we've opened up businesses that are growing, all over the nation. Yeah, it's getting wild, dude.
right,
And I believe a lot of it has to do because of my education on the charts,
right,
my education within myself.
right.
One of the biggest things is that when I come to the chart, number one, I want to make sure that I'm actually seeing the things that are going to be helpful for me. Going to a platform like TradingView, especially if you're a beginner trader, even some advanced
Take
traders.
us take us to your chart. Show us a little perspective of how you approach the market.
Can you see this chart that I have pulled up?
No, we're still
Okay,
on
okay,
the
okay. Let me go back here. I see what happened here. Okay, I'm thinking you've seen the chart the whole time.
no, 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 no. We were still on
On
the
the
dashboard.
dashboard. Okay. Okay. Cool. Boom. All right. So, well, when you go to the chart. Okay, when you go to the chart, especially being a new trader or even being an advanced trader, you want to make sure that you don't get confused with all this hoopla that's going on here. A lot of folks spend more time on nonsense that's actually not going to yield them any results, and they don't really understand the basics. So one of the first things I do when I open the chart is I go look and I see, okay, what is the current price that we're trading at? What's the price action right now as I'm looking at it? It's 24.50. We're trading XAU. Then
Only XAU, nothing else.
I've not entered another pair, even looked at another chart in 3 years. Yeah.
Is that how you started? Just with one pair?
No, remember I started, I was trading all these different pairs, GBP,
Okay,
JPY, all these different things.
okay,
And then one of
okay,
my mentors, he reminded me that if you master one thing, then you can become successful. And I was like, wow, that actually makes sense.
okay.
If
So just gold.
just go, dude.
Okay,
Just gold, yeah, man. So first thing is I do is I look at the current price. I want to see what trading range has this been trading at. Let's see. Can we get that up there? Price ranges. Boom. Okay. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, what session am I in? That's another thing I think a lot of traders don't even get to. You can't even get to the chart if you don't really understand the sessions that you're trading and how that pair that you're trading correlates with different sessions throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, and throughout the year. So I'm looking at this. I'm saying, okay, it's only moved about 70 pips thus far. So on average, because I've looked at this chart for 3 years, I'm noticing that gold, even without any news, is going to move 200 to 250 pips every day. 100% it's going to move that. And right now, it's moved about 70 of those pips. So psychologically, when I'm thinking about, okay, what is the rest of the market going to do? There could be a swing today of 100 to 150 pips about time I actually have the right setup to get into an entry. So those are the first psychological things that I look at. I'm like, okay, is this lining up? Is there an opportunity for me? So then once you do that, you have to decide on what market you're actually going to trade. So for this specific pair, my trading strategy, I like to trade during the New York session. I like to really get set up in the London session. I may make an entry in the London session, but I would say 90% of my entries are when the US session starts. So right now, I would just be looking at this and setting up my key levels, setting up where my support levels are and where my resistance levels are. So I think that a lot of traders don't really sit down and really understand what levels they're trading at and not understand how to break those down by the time frames. So we only make entries on 4-hour time frames and 1-hour time frames. So, I don't really do any scalping. Even if you go back into the dashboard, you can see the average trade was 2.5 hours. So the average trade that I held was 2.5 hours. We can catch 30 pips, maybe even 40 pips, and continue rolling throughout our day. So when you're getting set up with your key levels, the first thing you want to do is you want to kind of erase the noise. You want to make sure that the noise is gone by getting rid of the charts, getting rid of the wicks. So I typically just go right over to the line chart, and I'm going to go and start with the daily for like this example. Okay. You want to get rid of those lines. You want to get rid of the candles and the wicks. You want to make sure that you have at least a clean chart at this point. And then we look at the higher time frames. I want to make sure that the momentum is going to go in my favor on the higher time frames and not get confused by the lower time frames, because a lot of the lower time frames are going to have a lot of noise in it. So when I start here, I'll go here right over to guitar trends. Line, boom. Okay. Boom. So when I'm looking at this and I'm looking, okay, when price touched 2388.638, what happened? What actually happened? There really wasn't any candles that held above that level. So it came above that level once, twice. This is the third time. So if I'm looking at this at 2450 without looking and considering also what's happening fundamentally in the news, it would be easy to tell me that there is possibly a reversal coming here sometime soon. We're already trading at 2450. So maybe if we get back up there to where 2468, we possibly can see a retest and come back down. So that's just like one of the easiest. I mean, that's an easy thing. Just
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that's an easy one, because I'm looking at the higher frame. I'm like, okay, it's not even held above this level on a higher frame. So then it's easy to see, okay, the possibilities of this actually reversing, it's greater than it continuing all the way up. Now, there is also with XAUUSD specifically a lot of unknown territories. We're at 2450. We started this year at 2000. So it can go. It can continue to go if it wants to. If the
Right.
market decides it wants to, considering what happened the other day with Sir Powell, obviously, So there's still a lot of data. Tomorrow, what is there, NFPs tomorrow? So you got non-farm payrolls happening tomorrow. Typically, before the revised session, they typically are coming out higher than the estimated. So what happens with gold when that happens? For the most part, typically you're going to see a reversal in gold. So I'm looking at that and being prepared with that too. Now I've taken it to the monthly chart. This thing has been on a diabolical tear all the way up this entire year.
Right.
At any one point, that can stop. Especially when you start coming back down and you get it back down to the 4-hour chart. When you start looking, okay, when am I actually going to enter? Okay, so now I have my daily setups, my daily resistance levels, and my daily support levels right there. So now I'm going to go get the 4 hours and see, okay, where are we actually trading in the 4 hours? Because this is when I can actually make a decision. So let's go back here. We're back at the line. Okay. So you got to make sure that change that color. So it's not there. Boom. So really still, yeah, we still can't even get nothing up here. So really still on the 4 hour, like I'm not gonna, we could take this all the way back, especially as you're back testing, but still in these levels, there's not much support on the 4 hours. There's not still much support on that 4 hour chart. I'm gonna get out of this because this is gonna keep
Right.
going like that.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, so there's not much support on that 4 hour chart. So if I'm going in on a buy, I'm at least going to wait to see if it's going to come back and retest at that level, which was 24. It's at 2450, which is 2438 at that 4 hour level that we had. If it comes back and tests off that, obviously when we go back to candlestick analysis and you're looking at that, and I see that, hey, maybe there's a reversal or three red soldiers going up, then yes, I'll go up with the go up. But right now, based on what I'm seeing, yeah, tomorrow may be a reversal tomorrow. It may come back
Okay.
down to 2410. Maybe.
So this patience
Mm-hmm.
that you have now,
Yeah.
did you was that easy for you to acquire, or did you have to develop that through crash and burn and trial and error? Or no, you were pretty easy. You didn't have too much FOMO of missing entries and stuff like that.
I think early on at the beginning for me, because I still was building my business, I never really had the pressure of it having to work.
Okay.
Even though I was all in, it wasn't that I wasn't all
Right.
in. I'm a business owner. We're still doing other things, but
Right.
I wasn't living in a situation to where this trade has to work.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Which is an error probably 95% of the people who come in here do.
100%.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Awesome. 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 Congratulations, Rosaki. I know it's not an easy road. I know it was difficult. You based on your story, you entered this for selfless reasons. And for your selflessness, you've been able to find success, man. And I'm happy for you, and congratulations. And I'm a new trader, right?
Yep.
I call Rosaki.
Yep.
Hey Rosaki, how you doing, brother? Man, I see you're out here winning. You're a profitable trader. You're doing your thing.
Right.
I want to start trading too.
Okay.
What advice do you have for me?
Number one, the number one thing is that you have to decide that you are going to go all in with becoming a full time trader. There are no shortcuts around this. You also have to decide that you're going to invest in your education before you make a live trade. Do it. That's what the best do. In any other area of business, you will have to have proper education before you can be put into that position. It's not going to happen. You're not just going to walk into a room with VCs and angel investors and be able to move and shake and collateralize those relationships without having some prior education. And that's what you're doing. You're setting yourself up as a new trader that one day in the future, in the financial aspect of your life, you can be actually building wealth. And that's what this is all about. Like, so you got to really make that
Right,
decision from the rip that you're going to go all in
right,
and do what it takes. Educate yourself. Forget the
right,
money. The money is, you can make money doing anything. You can make money trading currencies as well. It's not about the
right,
money. It's about who are you going to become in this process. Because one day you can either say, hey, I'm going to be a full-time trader. I'm going to lay on the beach. I'm going to be a trader. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. But I'm sure most people, even as they become full-time traders, still have ambitions that they also want to fulfill too. That the skills that they learned here, the patience, the resilience, and the financial intelligence that they learned is just propelled them into the future. So yeah, it's cool.
right, right. Awesome, 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 man. Rosaki, thank you so much for your time this evening. We appreciate your knowledge in the markets and your story, how you've been able to find profitability. And we hope to see you again next time. It was a pleasure getting to know your story, and again, congratulations, and we wish you much more success in the future.
Nah, no worries, bro. Keep crushing, dude.